Howdy, partners! Hello, everybody. I hope you had a happy new year. Because it's happy new year now, isn't it? So let's have a nice one. Right then. Okay, we are here at Whiterun Stables with our Legolas character. So this is where we are. Okay, and I'm going to show you a new mod, which I've found. So let me just quickly show you that as well. Shouldn't take too long. And this is called Sensible Horses and Travel. So this improves the whole horsey experience. Yeah, these are all my amazing things that are on here. We've got to get down to the tweak areas. This is where you put smaller tweaks to the game. Is down here. Right. Okay. So with this, you get when you buy the horse from the stable, you get the chance to rename your horse. Okay. Also define your horse on what kind of horse you would like. Say a war horse or a pack horse, and that, depending on what you pick, is the carry weight that you can carry. You can also, it has a horse call power where wherever you are, you can just call him and he will come to you very quickly. And he also has a follow, a wait, a fight, and a flee commands as part of that call power one. Okay, you can also access the horse inventory, manage their home, in other words, where they're gonna reside at. You know, when you're not using him and you forget all about him, that is where he will be. And give them a class as well, which is what I just said about war horses. And you also get improved horse animations and a faster mount and dismount. Okay, and it's compatible with Creation Club. Alright, so that's what we've got on. As you see, we've got a few other things on as well. Including this massive, graphical mod thing. Right, I'm just up to here because this is our guy. Can I? You're obviously not in the mood for selling horses then. Excuse me. Hang on, what is the time? Well, I planned this well. Let me wait an hour. You probably, you got put back into the game and you thought, hang on, I'm supposed to be out here. That's what they do. They drop you in and then they kind of walk towards their destination. Hello, Skolvar Sable Hilt.
The fleetest steeds in all of Skyrim.
Can I buy a horse?
So. Got one all saddled if you've got the coin.
I have got the coin. Here's my offer.
You've got a deal.
It's the only offer there is offered.
It's the one with the saddle.
Okay. Right, so we've done that, right? So there's our nice little horsey. So let's get on our little horsey. So I say, we're playing as Legolas. Let's put our horsey in there so we can see him. So as we make changes, we will see it. So we're going to get off it. Now you press the A to get off, if you're on the controller. But look how quick that is. So you get off very quickly. Right, now, to get the extra features, you need to ask him to train it.
It's a war horse, I reckon.
Which will cost you money. So, say, could you help me train my horse, please?
Of course.
So you get a notes of horse training added. So you can say, I want it to come when it's cold, and it costs you 500. So it's a little bit steep to buy some of these things.
This once.
Alright, so we've got notes on core horse added. So those are two things we can read. Alright, so let's do more. So let's go through the whole thing.
Doesn't it?
So this is what you got to do. To all the new features to add, you've got to go through go through all of them, or buy all of them. Alright, so you can have one just to carry things. You can have a draft horse, which is like a basic one. Alright. Then you can have a race horse which goes faster, and apparently it says 500 grams. So, or you can have a pack horse which carries more, although it does say it's the same as that. But I think it does actually carry more than that one. You can also train it as a war horse, so therefore it will fight. And you could also, if you've already changed it to say a war horse and you want to change it back, you can just do train my horse to be normal again. Okay, we're gonna go for, since we're a Legolas character, we probably need to run around a bit. So we're going to go
with that.
Right. In fact, I was going to get him so that we could see. Right.
Got the
So let's talk to them again.
All of Skyrim. Of course.
So let's buy the other options as well. So, oh yeah, this is if you want to change it back. So we've already picked a class, okay, which is the the racing one. But now can we rename it? So do all these things first before you think about changing armor, okay? Right, rename your horse prior to changing its saddle or armor. So there you are, that's what I just said. So do all this first. If you, obviously you don't have to get a whole lot in one go, because especially at the beginning of the game. But I would say the core horse is probably the first one you should get. Okay, right. But don't put chain saddles or anything like that until you've done the others. All right, especially renaming your horse. Right. So after choosing a horse name, you activate the horse to accept. Or when you click on the horse to get on it, it will ask you whether to accept or reject it. Okay, if the horse doesn't look quite right, don't use the horse rename feature. All right. So if you don't like the horse, he's got another horse which you didn't really like, you can always go somewhere else. Right. So we can go through now horse names. So we got Artax, Artemis. So now Brigo is from the Lord of the Rings. It's the horse that Aragorn is named. And he actually bought this in real life after making the movie. He bought the real horse. So that's a nice one to put in there. And then you've got things like Donkey, Damara, Embar. Now we are a elf. I've got to try to think of something for an elf. So we've got Epona, which is, Link of Legend of Zelda fame. So he's got a few nice names there. Firehand, Glamoril, which is quite nice. Gwendol, probably a good one for an elf. Jingo is also a good typical horse, isn't it? And then you've got Keiju, Kajamura, Lucky, Moonbeam, Nagala. See, so it does a nice lot of names. So let me just go through them all, so you can just kind of see some of the names. Now you can't pick your own. You've also got Shadowfax, of course, which is Gandalf's horse. There's some nice ones here, and then it gradually goes through right up to Z. There's about 50 names, I do believe. So it's really nice little selection of names. Okay, and then it goes back to the beginning, and if you're not quite sure, I just want to, and then you can just sort of flick on. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick a Lucky L. Because Legolas begins with an L and that horse begins with an L. I'm gonna go with that one. All right. Okay, so now we've named it, it kind of goes a bit weird. Alright, now that we've done that and renamed it, okay, now we've got to go up and we've got to accept the name. So we click on it and it says, do you want to accept the horse name? If you're not happy, then obviously say no and then pick another one. But I'm happy with that, so I'm going to say yes. Okay, alright, and then he gets on him, okay, which is all good so far, right? But we get off and it's really fast dismount, you see. So obviously in the middle of a battle or something and you want to quick get off, you want to get off quick. The animations are improved, so we'll see that in a minute. So let's do it so we can see our horse. Go back to here and we've got the kind of normal function of how old is it, buying a horse and armor. Alright, but you can change the saddle at any time. So I'm going to say, right, okay, let's armor my horse. So it's costing me a bit of money this, but we're elf, so I would ride an elven. So let's put elven on. Alright. Right, and then let's see what next. Well, that's if you want to change the armor. So, but you could change its saddle to say, I think there's a white one or something. But I'm quite happy with that.
Of course.
But let me show you the thing. I don't know if I can go back to the elven one, but here we go. Let's see. I'll tell you what, remove it. Do I get it back? No.
A man like you needs a war horse,
just carnivore you. Right.
Of course.
I want to change the armor on my horse to elven. Oh, it's only 50 gold this time. Okay, well, alright, I'll take that back. Right then, and then... What did I say? So you could... There is a couple of options to change the saddle to. One is white. Another one is a storm cloak saddle. So it's got a nice little flag or some cloth on the side that hangs down from it with, say, a bear on it, and then it's got the other one for the Imperials, which has, I don't know, the wolf. I can't remember which two it is, but something like that. Who cares about the Imperials? Okay, so now that we've done that, let's show some of these lovely features. Now, if you go to our powers, which is usually where things get new stuff, because you know, I've got like the prey option here and all this kind of stuff. So we've got our horse, so let's favourite that. Alright, now what we can also do is jump over that. If I get beside my horse and I press the power button. No, that's the wrong one. No, that's not wrong. Right, okay. Oh, I know. Double tap it. Yeah, that's it. You double tap the A button, or whichever button it is on your controller, the bottom of the 4 main buttons. And so PlayStation it will be X, and on a PC it'll be whatever that is. So now we could transfer stuff onto the horse. Okay, so and it can carry. I'm not sure what can it carry. So I think that's my weight there. Or it might not be, I don't know. But anyway, we can put stuff on him. So, you know, I could say, get something like some bear pelt or something, or some, yeah, this is way me down a bit. We can put that on him. Alright, and then we look back at our horsey thieves. See, they're on there. So that's something nice. Now, apparently there is, I thought it was the shout option, but it looks like it isn't. No, it's not that one. I'm not quite sure what it is now. I could have sworn it was. Oh yeah, by the way, the horse will follow you. I think. Yeah, there we go. So he will actually follow you on your journey. So unlike normal, you know, they kind of stop and walk all the way back home again, you know, as soon as you get off of it. This horse actually follows you. Alright, but of course at any time, say I lost him, you know, I ran a long way or whatever, you know, at any time I can just go like that, and he come running instantly towards me. And if you actually press the button before he gets there, you can actually, it actually does auto mount as well. So that's nice. Okay? Now, if we also get beside him and do the whistle again, so if I do the whistle again, right, he will wait. Did you see that come up in the top left corner? He now wait. If you do it again, you can send him home. You can set a home, so I'm not sure where my home is, to be honest, but wherever my home is, I can say, right, this is your home. So, you know, you lose me or I forget to call you for 3 hours because he will be at his home. And so that's, you'll know where he is. You can also clear the home, so you can change to a new home. So these are all the kind of new functions that we have with our lovely horse. I think that's a really fine addition, and for Legolas especially, he's really happy about that. We'll take his apparel off, his helmet off, so we can see Legolas and all his finery. Yeah, he's got suspicious looking eyes, and we have got a beautiful, what do you call it, bow? Elvish bow, I do believe. An elven longbow, yeah. It's a very nice elven longbow, which is much longer than a normal bow. Because, you know, if I do a comparison, I don't think I've got another bow, come to think of it. No, I haven't. And we have elvish blades as our second weapon. So we're really kitted out. This is my sort of fallback one, which is what we're probably using this one, but we will eventually put, I don't know whether it'll be fire or not, but we'll put something on that so that they're deadly, just like this Nordic sort of scorching. So there we are, that's our horse mod. Right, now, because he's a, you know, one that rides, you know, I don't think he's going to fight. I I think a war horse will, but I don't think this one will. So we can ride off into the sunset and have a jolly good time with our horse. Now, there is also a place that we can visit as well, but I can't remember which direction I went. I think it was actually the other direction. But he does all the normal things of the horse, but he has a slightly different animation, right? We can speed him up like this, and he goes a bit faster than a normal horse in Skyrim, because this one's a race horse. So we can ride off into the sunset like this, and have a jolly good time. And we can do all the things as we do before, like, you know, fire a bow, all that kind of stuff. We can do all that stuff, although we better not shoot the soldiers, not just yet. We'll shoot them later time. Alright. Now while we're there, let's take a little trip to... we have got a home actually. I just remembered. And there goes the Imperials. And spit on them as I'm passing by. So this won't be a too long a video. We're kind of showcasing this lovely horse mod. So we'll just show you the other feature about setting the home. So we're making our way to Riverwood. I probably guess we're heading in that direction. There's a very tight corner here. But that's probably because we're tight. First joke of the day. There you are. Now he's obviously a bit tired now, so he's going to have a little rest. So let's go to Riverwood because we have. I think we had. I can't remember if we had a home yet, but I can't remember if Legolas has a home. To be quite frank, Harry. But we could stop here, right? Let's stop, say here. Seems a good place to stop. Very fast dismount, right? And there's our little horse, and he will wait for me, but he will actually just walk along, usually to the edge of town. What I'm going to do is do this horse thing, and I'm going to say, set this as a home. But for some reason he's going like that. Right, somebody's immediately attacking me, and the horse is going to help. But Legolas, you know, is so fast. I mean, you probably didn't even catch so fast. Although that could have been a joke. But the horse, for some reason, seems to like it in the bushes. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing it in the bushes, is there? Sorry about that. I may have made a stupid error there. So yeah, this is Leaf Rest, as I showed you before. I thought because his name's, you know, Legolas Greenleaf, which is his full name actually, if you know, from Lord of the Rings, that is his second name. Didn't know that, did you? But I thought this mod here, which I've showed before, which is called Leaf Rest. There it is, and there's the confirmation. It must have heard me. And don't forget, when you come to Leaf Rest, which will be added to the end of Riverwood, the key is inside here. So don't forget to pick up the key, otherwise you will not get through the door. So you can, it says there, unlock the door, but you've got to have the key to unlock the door. And then I can't remember if you get that little note. We'll have to see. But if we look at this book now about the horses, now you see things like enemy indicators. That's part of some of the mods that are part of this graphics package. There are a few game-changing ones that's kind of added. Right, we've got notes on core horse. So this gives you pretty much explains what we'd already explained. Use a horse. A horse will come and follow. Use immediately after and mount. So do that. So maybe you haven't got to press a button, it comes to you immediately and it mounts as soon as it gets there, so that's good. Use while by the horse to have it wait. Use again to manage the home. So that's what also we showed you. And in combat with weapons out, it switches between fight and flee. So if you got your weapons out, I presume it fights. If you got your weapons put away, it will flee. Okay, if the horse gets stuck after summoning, use it again to unstick the horse. All right. So if ever you do get stuck, just do the call horse again. All right. Then on the training part, which you know we've also covered as well, but it says activate twice. So whichever button it is to mount the horse. Press it twice instead of once, and you can carry things. Removes the training but leaves the inventory. Okay, so I would advise selecting all the things, probably everything first, and then that's done, and then the training bit you don't need anymore. That comes out of his conversation. Alright, so draft, race, pack and war. So, but you can reset and set it again to a different kind of horse at any time you want. So you're not locked into that racehorse. Once you've selected it, you can change it to a pack horse, say, if you want. Right, so that's the notes on the horses. Okay, so that's the 2 notes you will get as part of this mod. So while we're here and we've had a little bit of fun on the horse, we'll go for a little ride on the horse. We'll go into leaf rest, because I did show leaf rest before, but I'm not sure if I showed you this particular feature. Now, the only trouble is with this house, it's right, beautiful house. I must say, it's a very nice, tidy house, just like Legolas would like in his house. You'd expect it to be a nice leafy with flowers, Some of the things are nailed down so that you can't, remove them, because they're part of the kind of, decorations. But it'll have things like chests, it'll have mannequins, it will have, things like chests there. So it's got all kinds of storage in here, as you know. So I'll only do it quickly because I've already shown this mod. Lots of areas, so something for everything. If you go to this bit here, this just says, do you want to read a book, which I presume is that one there. But some of the things that are kind of like this, right? You press it, it doesn't actually take soul gems out. It's for use to store your soul gems. Okay, so you can actually store your soul gems in there and then take them back out. So don't these are ones that you can take out. They are just ones that you can store. So it's all sensibly done like that. Now, one thing I didn't show you last time, and I've got to try and find it because it's a bit of a maze in here. But that's probably because it's amazing. That's very funny, Ray. But yeah, it is a little bit of a maze in here. Right, okay, it's through here. Through here. So you have a lovely little pool here. And you can change your tree of prayer, because in this selection of 62 mods, I do believe, Ancient Gamer. So if you're on a Series X and you want a really good graphics mod that adds loads and loads of high quality graphics to every area of the game, so you notice this stone is much better quality. The lighting, the textures on just about everything, including wood, is way higher than the normal game, and this is the same for every location. And part of this mod is also some additional city mod changes as well. So there's a lot has gone into this, which I think is the noble one, and that's where you can change to a different prey option. But if we go through here, I do believe it's this kind of empty room here. But if we go this way, right, now if we just go in here like this, see this nice little area here to sit down. Let me just show you that. Sorry, just cough every now and again. Nice little area to sit down and a nice cosy little, I know, cosy look at things, alright? But if we actually carry on through, I've got to make sure I get this right, make sure I'm going the right way. If we carry on through to the next room, it will say, do you want to take off your clothes? Which you might think is a bit odd. No, don't worry, there's not going to be any nudity, anything like that. We're all completely, covered up on the vital areas. Alright, so if there's a lady goes through, obviously it will go down to her, well, I presume bikini. Yeah. So we can say yes or no. You don't have to take your clothes off. And God, what a fine specimen he is, Legolas. Look at that. Look at that, ladies. Well, depends if you want to put up with an arrogant elf, although I don't think he's that arrogant. And we can go in, and then we can have a little bathe in the pool. And also your follower, if he's following, will follow you in here as well. Now, of course, we can crouch in there and get nice and wet. We can just put our head under there and, have a really good time. We can also sit down on the bench if we want. On the side too, not on the one by the waterfall, of course. Like that, and we can, interact with our follower who may sit next to us. And jolly well have a good time. But you can also turn this off as well, or put it back on. But it's far more eloquent with it on. And then we can just walk back up and come in here. And this is kind of like the steam room, so we can come in here, have a sauna. And then you start to sweat. Now, I don't know if it does sweat. Let's have a look. Is there any sweating going on? I don't know whether it does sweat, but, you know, there could be a bit of sweating going on there. So there, your body feels as light as a feather, and you got regenerate health has been added by going in the sauna, which is rather nice. And then when you come back, it doesn't put your clothes back on, so you do have to put your clothes on, obviously, because, you know, we're not, you know, it may take your clothes off, but come on, you know, you're not going to do everything for you. What are you, lazy? Alright, and then we can go back into the central house. And then see if we can find the exit, which should probably be very difficult to find, because I always have a job finding the exit in this place. It's a rather low. I haven't really got used to the design of it yet, and where the front door is. Right, okay, it's around there. So I've got to remember it's that kind of area where the weapons and all that lot are. Lots of things to, you know, hang things up and all that lot in here. But let's get back to a horse, because that's our kind of main function. Now, there is a place called Granite Hill as part of this whole 62 mod graphical upgrade recommended by the Ancient Gamer for a Series X. He also does ones for a PS4 and for PC as well. Hello, what's this? There's also a little fox pet here. So, along with the chickens, like Popular, and I think there's a second chicken, there's also May as well, a little fox. So there's our horse. He kind of finally sorted himself out on positioning himself instead of hiding in the bushes, but he's a little bit shy, and we can get back on our lucky, and we can get back on our horse. So there you are. That's a lovely little mod here called Sensible Horses and Travel. I thought you'd like to see that one. It's not too big a program. I'm not going to go into the mods menu again. Slow it down. I could show you all of those 62 mods that are added as part of Ancient Gamer's recommendations for really bumping up the graphics on Skyrim and making it a little bit more up to date. And it does an excellent job. And I also have, I think it was Vivid Weathers as well, which changes the saturation. Let me find it a minute. But yeah, I've also got enemy indicators as well, with something I had. But Vivid Weather is very good, because if you go into here, you can change the night brightness, the interior brightness, saturation, the bloom, contrast. You know, if you do the saturation and you put it on, say, you know, 4. Things will be really, really colourful. You know, I've already put it up to 3, which is made. I mean, it's a visible day, so on a sunny day, those trees will be much more green than normal. So anything like greens, you know, all the colours will really jump out at you and be super red or super yellow. You know, I put it on 3, so there's a little bit extra. All right, then we can run along with our little horse along the road and see what dangers beset upon us. Obviously, if we get attacked, we'll run away if we haven't got our weapons drawn. We see the grass drawn into the distance quite a long way on this graphics mod. And the lovely elven armour is great, which of course is a little throwback to Oblivion, when that was the first time. I'm not sure if it was the first time anybody added paid content to a game. I'm not sure if they were the first, but it went down as a bit of a joke in folklore about the horse armour on Skyrim. It became a little bit of a joke because people thought it was a joke, and the first paid item was a bit of armour, but it was adding a bit of armour, so it was actually quite nice. I'm trying to find this other one, this other thing, but there you go. But oh, this is Cicero here. He's got a damaged wheel on his truck. I just want to see if this is the way to Granite Hill, because there was a mod called Granite Hill, but it doesn't matter, so we won't worry about that. But this is a fine mod, so let's go off and find something dangerous. Oh no! Right, so we'll get off the horse now, you know. I presume the horse is going to run away. No, he's not going to run away. Right. I presume if I do that, he'll run away. Right, okay, he's going to get stuck in then. He's going to get stuck in. So we just kill that. Thank you, horse. So I don't know what war horse means then. This one seems to have the ability. Right, Lucky. So let me get beside him here and do that. Is it you do it? You go like that. Put stuff on him. Oh yeah, we've got to do the call horse thing. So if you do the call horse, you can send him home. So now that we've set his home, you see, he will now go home. If I tell it that, he will go back to Riverwood. Hopefully, when the AI sorts itself out. There you go. So now you can go off home, and he will run off as fast as his little tiny legs can carry him all the way home to Riverwood. But hang on, I've changed my mind. And the horse will instantly turn around, come back. Like that. And now he's following. And look at it, look, and he even, oh, look at that, he gives you a little paw. And then you press it again. You know, you can make him stay there. Oh, you know, I want to go into that fort there, and I want to rip up everybody. You can tell him to wait there. Yeah, he takes a while for him to find a nice spot to sit down in. Obviously, he wants to be by the grass, obviously. But then, so yeah, there you are. He's having a bit of grass there, and then, you know, you can clear around whatever. Apparently, I can steal from him as well. Now, I won't take on the giant. You know, that'd be rather stupid. So let's go out into the world site, and I think we'll end there on this beautiful horsey mod called Sensible Horses and Travel, and we'll ride off into the sunset towards another giant, which is probably even stupider, and we'll watch the grass zip in from a distance and fly off as far as your elven eyes. Well, if it's elven eyes, you better see indefinitely, but obviously the game can't keep up with that. But my god, you get this on a Series X and put all these mods on. My god, not only will it be beautifully razor sharp because of the Series X, but you'll have LOD grass in the distance. So even though it's not drawn in the grass, it will have a nice essence of grass. It will kind of make you think it's grass. It projects off into the distance, and the trees go for miles. And as you can see, everything, all the detail of the game is much higher than normal. The grass is ridiculous, to be honest, in some places, full of flowers and all kinds of stuff. Which those you won't be able to pick up, some of the kind of just normal ones. But look at the detail on this, high detail. It's really, really nice. And things like these stones, you know, God, you know, they look much better than before. There's still the odd bit where it look a bit odd, but you see this, you know, the landscape is much better. Looks more like rock now. Still has some of the, you know, kind of strange angles, but my god, does it look nice. Alright, anyway, that's that. That's Sensible Horses. I hope you enjoyed that one. Leaf Rest, you know, you already know. I would check, to be honest, you know, I can't remember where Granite Hill is. Otherwise I'll show you Granite Hill. I'll tell you what, let's show Granite Hill. Won't take long to load. Does anybody come into the chat? Well, I haven't even put it up on the as I'm on live yet, so I don't even know if this is coming out. It's probably a bit stupid of you, Ray. Yes, it is a bit stupid, Ray. But I think it is working. If not, I'll be very upset because I have to do it for a third time. No, it appears to be working. At least I hope it's working. Yeah, it's there. So I'm just looking for Granite Hill. So yeah, these are the 60 mods. Maybe I'll do a thing that shows off all of these. So Granite Hill is Oh, it's part of a bundle. So there is a bundle that contains all of these then. Importing these towns as individual parts as well as a request for those who still want some of them but have other mods that conflict with them. Alright, okay, so as a village at the crossing between Fort Sunguard, Bloated Grotto and Falkreath Hold. So depends if I know where those places are. I mean, you've got Falkreath Hold, Fort Sunguard. Do we know where Fort Sunguard is? I don't know if I need a... That's Dunsted. So here's Falkreath, so it's going to be somewhere in this area. Looks like we haven't discovered that. So it might be, I don't know, somewhere in this region. But Granite Hill is a nice mod as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoy the horse mod. You can put steel armor on, elven armor on. You know, normally when in the game we have the anniversary edition, because this is the anniversary edition as well. We're going full in. So we get some new armors as well. I'd have got a giant, but last time I tried it I died. So we won't be doing that. And I'll ride off into the sunset like a typical cowboy movie, but in fact we are medieval. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you all for watching. And guess what? I don't know, Ray, what? I'll see you later. Bye! There we go. Isn't that nice?